Welcome to the Pirate Handyman, where we teach you how to become self-sufficient and save some coin for your treasure chest. If you dig what we're doing, hit that subscribe button down below, and if you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified every time a new video drops. So what we're going to do today is we're going to replace this outside wall lamp. It's about 30 years old. It still works, except the photoelectric cell doesn't work. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace this with a new wall lamp. And it also has a photoelectric cell, which means that when it's dark, the light will come on automatically. Sun comes up in the morning, it goes off automatically. So the first thing we're going to do is turn off the power. And once we get the power off, then we'll take this down. All right, so there's two nuts on either side, and this is pretty standard. Sometimes they'll move with just your fingers, and then sometimes you will need these wrench. So I happen to have one that is the right size. Otherwise, you could use a crescent wrench, which we've used before. All right, so now we're just going to pull it off. So now that we've got this out, pull it down, and then we're just going to take off these. We're going to undo the electrical cords, and we just need to get these main ones up here.
99 bottles of rum and we got 99 bottles of rum. Drink it down, don't act like a clown. 98 bottles of rum and we got.
And then we get the ground. This is the ground. And we drop something, which is normal. Yeah, that guy doesn't want to come out. So we're going to take these screws out first to take out the mounting plate. Okay, so now that we've got all that, we've replaced the mounting plate. Now, one thing I want to show you here is you'll notice that there's two wires, two neutral, two hot, and then there's two ground wires that are going out. What this is for is anytime you have a light switch that is operating two lights, you'll have one wire coming in from the switch, and then you'll have the other wire going out to the second light. So in this particular case, this is where it comes in from the switch in the garage and then goes over to the light on the other side of the garage. So we have replaced the mounting plate. Now this is what I think is so cool about this particular unit is you have a set screw. You usually don't, and so what ends up happening is once you've tightened everything down here, then you have to kind of eyeball it. So what we can do here is we can take a level, put it across these two screws. You can see our little bubble right there. Tighten that screw down, and then tighten this one. Now we're still going to have some play, but this gives us a great starting point. All right, so here's our new light, and this is actually fairly easy. Just get all these wires separated out here. Now you've got white, which is going to go to the white, black, which is going to go to the black, and then the ground, which is going to go to the ground. So what we're going to do first is we're going to do the white. And we just wrap this around a little bit.
tight. And there we go. Now we're going to do the hot. Make sure it's tight. Now we're going to do the ground. Now we're going to do two things with this ground. First thing we're going to do is loosen this ground screw. Now if I had enough play in this thing, I'd go right to that. Or I'd actually put this onto here, but I don't have that luxury this time, so just lift this up. Gonna curl this around the ground screw. Just like that. Tighten it. Then I'm going to put my wire nut around here. Now in this case, the wires are too big, so I have to get a bigger wire nut. This is the next size up. Push it down, get it nice and tight. Now this is the part that always gives me trouble. And that's getting these thick wires to go back under the plate. You want to get it to the back of the box. Never ever use a screwdriver to push, because you could cut the insulation accidentally, and that's a big fire hazard. These holes lined up. Wires that are coming out, pushing back down, and make sure that they get into the receptacle area. Now, we've still got a little bit of play, so we're going to have to use our crescent wrench to tighten these. All right, so now we put the light bulb in.
Okay, so now the moment of truth. We have turned the power back on and flipped the switch, but it's daytime, and this has a photoelectric cell, so how do we tell? Well, you can put your finger over it, and 90% of the time that's not going to work. So what I did is I made this very extravagant photo light blocker, put it over the top, voila. Light. Thanks for joining us here on the Pirate Handyman. If you dig what we're doing, hit that subscribe button, and you too can learn how to become self-sufficient and save some coin for your treasure chest. Here's to smooth sailing.